If you want to put your exams onto Schoology, first thing you need to do is make sure your gradebook is ready. Go to Gradebook and go to Grade Setup. This will take you about 1 second, but you all know it won't. But it'll take you about a minute, but you have to do it for each class. You need to choose create a category. I've just called mine exams, but it could be that it's a summative assessment. If you want to use this gradebook throughout the year and you want to use mastery, then you're going to have to set up this summative one here, and literally you just add, and then you can put your stuff in here. If you are somebody who's doing APs and want to talk about the weight categories, then come and see me. We can sort that out there. Numeric, because it allows you to do the analysis of the data if you want to. To be honest, it doesn't matter whether you choose numeric or MYP criteria. I choose numeric just in case I want to do an analysis. The very important thing is you turn these two off. These give you those weird percentages that don't make sense to any of the pupils. So make sure you've turned those two off and then you've clicked on Save. So now you have this set up. On the right hand side is something called Rubrics. This is where you assess pupils' work. You can either make your own by going Add and then a rubric. And here you could put your rubric name. You can give the criteria and the grading scale that you need. This is especially good if you have done a personalised, so say for example it's an assessment on a certain topic. However, you might want to use ones that have already been pre-made, so I'm just going to show you where those are. If you go into groups and you go into high school and you look down the left, you'll see something called resources, and then you'll see something that's called MYP. There, if you go into MYP rubrics, you can find whatever yours in. So mine would be Year 5 design. If I click on that, every permutation that could be of those criteria exists. So I would choose the permutation that I wish, and then I would add it to my course. Obviously you can add it to more than one courses if required. Once you've done that, you will find that when you go back to your course, you can make an assignment. So I've made one here. So let me just redo this one, otherwise I think the kids will go insane if I do too many of these. So I've done an assignment. My due date for this exam would be when it's due in, but it'd be like any assignment. I've said it's an exam. And then from the rubrics here, I can choose which one it's going to be. So for example, it's going to be the full ABCD there. Guys, remember to turn this off unless they're actually uploading something. It will give you the points automatically. So once you have done that, so I'm going to put that back to this one. Once you've done that, you would obviously save it. I'm not going to. I've ticked make sure the students can see it. Then in the gradebook, for this one that I've set up, I can go into here. I can give them a grade. Either if it's one of these, just click on that. If it's not one of those, so say for example it's a 5, you'd have to type it in. You've also got down the side here somewhere where you can add a comment. You've got somewhere where you can add a comment and say you're going to display to the student. And then you get this little box to say you've added a comment. And that's all you really need to do. And so my submission for one of my reports is going to be popped in through here as well. Just so you can see what it looks like. If you go up here, you can actually view your course as a pupil. So I'm going to view it as Sarah. I'm going to go into her grades. And what she'll be able to see is the name of the thing. So this is under exams, but this one has not been assessed yet, so she's going to get that. Well, it's been assessed, but I haven't put the grades into here. So she's got a grade, and then she's got some comments. So say you knew you wanted to make a rubric over and over again. What you can do is you can go to a shared area. So say, for example, we've got this group for the design team. We would go into resources. We can add resource, and we can add a rubric, which means that now we can keep sharing that rubric between classes. So maybe if as a department you work together on these, you might want to take the rubrics that are already saved here so that you can change them, adapt them, whatever, and then have them as your own that you use regularly. If you've got any problems, as always, I'm here to help. Just give me a shout.